Welcome back, 6:53. Time to get you ready for your Wednesday with the morning sprint.
Caroline Flynn is at a brand new restaurant bringing a little Argentinian flair to North Spokane.
Mark Peterson tracking some heat coming our way this weekend, and Kelsey Morgan explains why Liberty Lake is temporarily closing today.
But first, to breaking news this morning, the UK ambassador to the United States, Derek, has resigned. In a letter, he said he wanted to, quote, put an end to speculation about his position and remaining term as ambassador after the leak of his diplomatic cables. The leak revealed Derek referred to U.S. President Donald Trump as inept and incompetent. UK's Prime Minister Theresa May called the ambassador's resignation a matter of great regret.
A parade of champions happening right now in New York City to celebrate the U.S. women's national team winning the FIFA World Cup for the 4th time. Here is a live look as thousands gather to welcome the team home and congratulate them on their win on Sunday. 16 million people tuned in to see them clinch the title with that 2-0 victory over the Netherlands. Over the course of the tournament, the U.S. women scored 26 goals, setting a new record for most goals in a Women's World Cup.
Well, if you were planning on swimming, boating, or fishing in Liberty Lake today, you'll need to find some other plans. The lake is closed today and tomorrow because the Department of Fish and Wildlife is putting herbicide in 38 acres of the water to control noxious weeds. The treatment will be put in the water today, but the lake will be closed to all recreation today and tomorrow. Wildlife experts say the treatment is intended to improve fish habitats and enhance public enjoyment of the lake.
And it's going to be lake weather over the next several days. Not this morning. We've got a few scattered showers that are just hanging out. We're going to see those really come in through the Spokane region until this afternoon. Then we should see a nice break. Still an off chance of a scattered shower in the early morning hours. We're expecting highs today to be around 80 degrees. So, yeah, we're going to have kids in the parks and everyone enjoying the outdoors. Just make sure you're wearing your sunscreen because the sun will be visible a little bit this afternoon.
Hayden wants to double its law enforcement patrols. Right now, there are 4 Kootenai County Sheriff's deputies designated to patrol the city of about 15,000 people. The mayor and city council want to double that, dedicating 4 more deputies in order to cut down on response times. The increase would cost nearly $700,000 per year. Hayden voters will now decide if they want to pay for that on their November ballots.
Democratic lawmakers are calling for Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta to resign over his handling of a plea deal for multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein was arrested this week, accused of running a sex trafficking ring with underage girls. Epstein was facing similar charges in 2008, but was given a lenient plea deal in which he served his 13 months in prison and was able to leave the facility often. That plea deal was overseen by Acosta, who was a U.S. attorney in Florida at the time. Now, with calls for his resignation, the president said he will carefully review Acosta's involvement.
Nearly 95,000 people were apprehended at the U.S.-Mexico border in June. That's about 3 times higher than June of 2018, but it's down 28% from May. May 2019 saw the highest number of border apprehensions in nearly a decade, with more than 130,000 people contacted by Customs and Border Patrol. The Department of Homeland Security says the drop seen in June is in part due to cooperation with Mexico.
Tonight, you can get some supervised practice on a Lime bike or scooter in Riverfront Park at the First Ride Academy. Lime experts will be there to give tips on how to use the app, then help the class take a few laps around Riverfront Park before heading across the river to Kendall Yards. The class is free. It starts at 6 at the Riverfront Park Visitors Center.
And coming up next on Good Morning America, the tragedy on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship in Puerto Rico when a toddler fell through an open window to her death, while her family's lawyers say it was a preventable accident.
You're not supposed to have an opening like this that has an opening greater than 4 inches. And this is a giant gaping hole.
Next, what the cruise line is saying this morning.
And a lawsuit facing one of the country's biggest and most well-known hotel chains. Washington, D.C.'s Attorney General is accusing Marriott of bait-and-switch advertising and deceptive pricing practices. Could you have been a victim?
Okay, the chicken empanadas are in the oven, getting ready to be eaten. If you want to come in today and enjoy some of the Tarascon empanadas yourself, they open at 11 o'clock. There's a whole great list of menu items, some things we didn't even show, were the spinach, the mushroom, the beef, and those chimichurri fries. Definitely get an order of those. Have some for me.
For the second straight summer, mountain goats are being flown in Olympic National Park. Wildlife officials began rounding up the sure-footed but non-native mammals. They will relocate them to the Cascade Mountains where they belong. The process involves having specialists sedate them, blindfold them, and fly them on slings dangling from a helicopter. They're taken to a staging area where veterinarians check them out, then truck them to the Cascades.
Well, tomorrow, superheroes, window washers dressed as superheroes will rappel down from the roof of Sacred Heart Children's Hospital to surprise the young patients inside. You can watch it all happen live on 4 News Now, but this week's Superhero for Kids campaign is about more than just that. It's an effort to raise money for Children's Miracle Network to support so many local families who spend their days and nights in the hospital. The campaign has a goal of raising $25,000 right now. It's only at $4,000. All funds raised this week will stay here locally. If you'd like to help support the work being done at Sacred Heart, we have a link to our website for you to donate. Just go to KXOI.com, find the features section on the homepage, then click on the Superhero for Kids tab to read more about the campaign. You can donate through Friday.
All right, outside, a nice start to the day. It is a warm start to the day, sitting at 68 degrees. Now, 7-day forecast with the weekend in there, it's going to warm up. Temperatures nearing 90 degrees by Saturday, but getting there, it's going to be good. Thursday, 83, 85 on Friday. And again, the weekend is going to be amazing. Make your plans, get out there and have some fun.
80s as far as we can see. Awesome.
And thank you for being with us this morning.